Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first virtual fundraiser hosted by the Delta College Foundation. My name is Alex Breitler. I'm the Director of Marketing and Communications at Delta College, and on behalf of the Foundation Board of Directors and Delta College Superintendent President Dr. Omid Porzinjani, thank you so much for attending. We're excited to share a bit about Delta's work in the community. You'll hear from some of our alumni and some of our current students as well, and you'll learn about some of the very serious challenges that our students face and ways that you might be able to support them in getting to the finish line and completing their studies. We want to dive right into our presentation, but first just a couple of housekeeping items. First, on your screen you will see a QR code, that square black and white symbol. You can put your cell phone into photo mode, scan that symbol, and you'll then receive a notification that will automatically take you to the Delta College website where you can easily make donations if you'd like. You can do that throughout this presentation. We also have the link to our donation page on the bottom of the screen, deltacollege.edu/donate now. Again, you can visit this page anytime during or after this event. The show is about to begin, so please sit back and join Supervisor Tom Petty and Professor Adriana Broger in the Delta Foundation's first virtual fundraiser, Delta Springing Forward.
Welcome. I'm Tom Petty, current chairman at the San Joaquin County Board of Supervisors, Delta College alumni, and local business owner of Delta Cranes.
Hello, my name is Adriana Broger. I'm a professor of digital media here at Delta College. And as an alumna and mother of two current Delta College students, I am honored to welcome you here tonight to the Delta Foundation's first ever virtual fundraiser.
The Delta Foundation has been an active part of San Joaquin Delta College since 1978. The Foundation's efforts have raised millions of dollars to help our Delta students get an excellent and affordable education. Approximately 60% of Delta's students struggle to meet basic everyday needs. 40% experience food insecurity, and 18% are homeless. Living under such conditions, additional financial burdens like books and school supplies are beyond their reach. It is their passion to learn and better themselves that drives the Delta Foundation's fundraising efforts. Our goals is to make their academic lives less stressful by providing the resources to help them out. The link below is where you can do your part and contribute to bettering the lives of our students and our community.
And now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be joining you in a while to show you around campus and also to highlight some amazing stories from the Delta College community. Tom, we've just gotten word of a major announcement, and we'll have more on this later in the show.
Thank you, Adriana. This year, due to the COVID pandemic, the Foundation was unable to hold its first annual presidential dinner. Instead, the decision was made to do an online celebration of our students, alumni, and donors. Let's hear from two of the committee members who made this program possible.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our virtual fundraiser. My name is Bernice Tingle. I'm a member of the Foundation Board.
And I'm Harman Ratia, member of the Foundation Board.
We're so excited that you've come aboard to join us tonight. This is our first virtual fundraiser to help those students who need just a little bit of financial encouragement. So before we get started on what's the benefits and all that's going to happen tonight, let's introduce you to our board. Our president, Mr. Pat Doyle.
Dr. Elizabeth Blanchard, Vice President of the Board.
Dr. Omid Porzinjani, who's President of Delta College.
Mr. Chuck Block, who's also a former professor of political science at the college.
Dr. Charles Jennings, a former dean in our liberal arts department.
Ms. Claudia Morano.
Mr. Robert Patrick.
Mr. Stephen Castellanos.
And Mr. John Pimental, who was a former student of Delta College. We're so excited tonight to tell you all the benefits that Delta College provides to its students in the community. Delta College has been around for many years, and one of the objectives is to help those who are in need of any type of financial support. So I think, Carmen, why don't you tell people tonight, if they give to this program, and I wish everyone would give, the types of things that we're doing to help people to realize their career goals.
The funds that will be raised today can be categorized in 3 different categories, starting with scholarships, books, and transportation assistance. And if you're not sure which category you want to donate, you can donate it in any general fund you would like to.
But the point is to give. Give to those who are in need. We want to see our economy, we want to see our students thrive. And with your help and support, you can allow others to realize their career dreams and goals. And Delta College is a place to make that happen. Delta College has something for everybody. No matter what field you plan to go into, whether it's a technical field or what have you, Delta can help you get there and realize your dreams.
One more thing I'd like to add to Ms. Tingle's conversation, that education is a key to a successful society. So tonight, friends, please join us and donate for our students who can gain higher education.
Well, thank you so much. And I know everyone is going to enjoy themselves tonight when you find out all the wonderful things that this foundation is doing to help students and the community.
Thank you, Bernice and Harmon. Another committee member is John Pimental. His story is absolutely compelling. He's a Delta alumni who has gone on to great personal success and is now giving back to the Delta community, as well as serving as a board member for the San Mateo Community College District.
Hi, my name is John Pimental, and I attended San Joaquin Delta Community College from 1983 to 1985. I studied general education and transferred to UC Berkeley. After finishing Berkeley, I worked in our state government for several years and was deputy secretary for transportation for the whole state. And then I went back to grad school and got an MBA from Harvard and worked at a company called Bain that does management consulting, Bain & Company. And then I've started for the last several years, I've been developing renewable energy projects, wind, solar, water, on-site wastewater treatment systems. And most recently, in addition to running my businesses, I have been elected to the San Mateo County Community College District Board of Trustees. I really, at the time, wasn't even cognizant of how Delta College was going to change the trajectory of my life. I was the first generation in my family to go to college, and neither of my parents went to college. My grandfather, worked in the fields. My father spoke no English when he started kindergarten, and after serving in the Army, was a shopkeeper and businessman around Stockton for his whole life. But for me, the whole experience really changed the way I thought about academics. I was an okay high school student, not great, but when I got to Delta, it really started to click for me, and I started getting great grades. All of a sudden, possibilities opened up for me that I didn't really realize were available. And so I got focused on transferring to Berkeley, which was a further kind of mind-blowing step in terms of unique life experience. And that really blew the doors open as far as what I thought I might be capable of doing with my life. And so if it hadn't been for Delta, I wouldn't have been able to make that step, which then enabled an interesting career at a young age in Sacramento, where I got to do public policy and politics. And had I not taken the plunge into Delta, none of those other things would have been possible for me. And instead, I've now owned several businesses and have a happy, healthy family. I live in Menlo Park, California, and I've had these incredible educational and professional experiences that have absolutely changed my life, all because of Delta.
We've been sending out invitations and asking for donations, and it's exciting to think our wonderful community members are already on top of this. Stay with us, and we'll let you know as soon as we get further word.
Did you know Delta College was once part of University of the Pacific? Its current location is actually its second home. Delta has been at the heart of Stockton since the 1930s. Originally part of the College of the Pacific, at the time called College of the Pacific Junior College. Pacific handed the program over to the Stockton Board of Education, with Stockton Junior College opening in the fall of 1935. In the 1950s, Stockton College expanded its vocational programs. By this time, it was separated from both Pacific College and Stockton Unified School District and took in students county-wide, as well as from portions of 3 other counties. The first campus was built in the 1970s at its present location on Pacific Avenue. Through the 80s and 90s up to the present, more buildings and programs were added, as well as a campus in Mountain House. Who is the average Delta College student? Well, the answer to that is super diverse, because the reality is there are so many different kinds of students. I've had students in high school as well as students well into their 70s who've come back to learn a new skill. Now, let's hear the stories of one of our older alumnus, as well as a first-year Delta student who, due to the pandemic, has never actually been inside a classroom as a college student.
Hello, I'm Doug Wilhoyt, and very proud to be a graduate of Stockton College before it became Delta College. I went there from 1961 and graduated in 1963 with a general AA, not sure what I wanted to do, but wonderful years at Stockton College, which of course now Delta College, which continues on the great tradition. I'm very proud of the fact that I'm a 5th generation Stocktonian and graduated from St. Mary's High School and went to Stockton College. And there I met so many wonderful people. I had great classmates at St. Mary's, and prior to that I was at Lincoln High School, but had great classmates at both. But believe me, the people, the diversity, the interest of all the different people I met at Stockton College really made a difference in my life. But more importantly, it was the instructors. I had people like Gladys Bennard, Dr. Coke Wood, and one of the people that really was an influence in my life to this day was Coach Bill Antilla. I swam and played water polo at Stockton College for those full 2 years. And Bill Antilla was a coach, was a man, was a friend, was an inspiration, was a role model. To this day, I thank him for all the things he taught me and my classmates and teammates in both swimming and water polo, but life itself. And that's something that stuck with me all these years. And let me go forward a little bit that I was very honored to know Joe Daly, who was the first director of the police science department at Delta College, became Delta, and he asked me to teach police science. So I was lucky to teach police science for Delta College for about 12 years at both Edison and Lincoln High School. So that is an ongoing thing that started at Stockton College and continued through Delta College. The reason I went to Stockton College, or / Delta, was my family was here, and I was not ready yet to move on to another college. Stockton College gave me the opportunity to continue my education, which I was very happy to do, to get my AA, and then plan what I want to do in my life. What happened was there was a delay going to college. Is in 1963, I joined the National Guard. I went on active duty, and there's a little story from that. I'll be very quick. But Pat Yarman and I were classmates at Stockton College. We were at old A&W there on Pacific Avenue, and I ran a stop sign. And Highway Patrolman Doug Taylor, who stopped me and said, "I won't give you guys a ticket. Go out and see Wendell Rostamale out at the National Guard headquarters was on California Street." Next thing I know, we're taking the oath and we're off to Fort Ord, California, all because of Stockton College, A&W, and running through a stop sign.
Hi, my name is Sukhjanveer Grewal, and I'm currently attending the Mountain House Delta campus, and currently I'm actually enrolled in my lower division and general classes for the major of psychology. In about 2-ish years, I'm going to be transferring to UC Davis. My reasons for going to Delta are just because it's closer, it's really, really convenient, so I was able to stay at home and continue helping out my little sister who's currently in elementary school. It was also a lot more affordable than maybe attending like a university straight away. So it was just really, really convenient for my personal situation. What I really like about Delta is that it's really flexible based on your needs. I also work a part-time job, so I can really, really balance out both schedules without any issues. In terms of the quality of education at this school, I can't even begin to explain how amazing and helpful my teachers and professors have been. I've been able to reach out to them in any time of need, if I'm confused at all, I can fully reach out to them and ask them any questions I might have. They've also been really helpful in giving me feedback on any assignments, homework, project, anything. I can just ask them, and they've been really, really helpful during this time. We're in the middle of a pandemic right now, and I know a lot of people are struggling, especially being online and not really being able to go into campus. So having everything the help that you need at home at your fingertips is a huge, huge bonus to everything that's going on right now.
Great stories, Adriana. The Delta Foundation's goal this year, as Bernice and Harmon mentioned, is to raise $500,000 or more for transportation, books, and scholarships. According to U.S. News and World Reports, Stockton is the most diverse city in America. That diversity is reflected in our students. We are truly a reflection of all that is wonderful about our community, and your support is essential for these students. You can pledge or make a donation tonight by going to the link below. Our donors come from across our community, giving generously according to their abilities. We appreciate all gifts, knowing that they are given with love, a desire to support our students. Let's hear from some of our donors now.
I'm Dr. Henry Wong.
And I'm Sylvia Wong, his wife.
Yeah, we feel that it's very important to donate to the Delta College Foundation because this foundation supports the activity of Delta College and help finance scholarship to help many of the students. We wish to help the Delta College because Delta College have done many things for this community. For instance, it provides many liberal arts programs and entertainment programs which enhance the cultural life of our community. It provides courses in healthcare such as nursing and pharmaceuticals which help the health of this community. It provides courses on law and law enforcement which help the safety of this community. It provides many other educational programs, trainings, and apprentice programs to help each student to gain good employment and help create wealth for this community and help develop the economy of this community. So I feel that Delta College is essentially an important member of our society, and if we help Delta College, we are helping ourselves. I urge everybody to donate to Delta College Foundation.
Please join us and donate to Delta College with whatever means you want to. It can be anything, you know. It is such a wonderful scope and a broad brush of whatever they are doing. And I really encourage everyone who, whatever ability they have, they should go forward.
Hi, we're Karen Caldwell and David Pigg. We gave to the Delta College Foundation because we believe equal access to education is important for everyone. An educated community is a strong community.
And here we are today in front of Delta's newest building, the Science and Math Center. And this stands as a testament to Delta's commitment to continue investing here in our community. But Delta is more than just buildings. It is the community, the people who work here and the students who attend Delta. Many of our students are forging new lives for themselves and for their families. They may be the first in their family to go to college. This is a new world to them, full of unexpected expenses. This is where you come in. Your donations are the foundation on which future growth is ensured. Not just the physical growth of the infrastructure, but of our amazing student body. Our goal with tonight's fundraiser is to raise money for scholarships, books, and the transportation needs of our students to ensure there are fewer hurdles for them to overcome on their way to their chosen career path.
Approximately 26,000 students come to Delta College each year. Delta is a springboard to both advanced degrees at some of the country's most prestigious colleges, as well as to careers that fulfill the dreams of our students. Rajan Nathaniel graduated from Delta last year and is currently attending virtual classes at Stanford University, while Carmen Carr, a latecomer to college in her mid-40s, is now a successful commercial photographer. And Eric Vaughn did a complete turnaround after majoring in construction at Delta in the 90s. He now has his own graphic and web design business, which he attributes to loving to learn as a Delta student.
My name is Eric Vaughn, and I went to Delta between 1994 and 1996. I went through the construction technology program at Delta, Immediately after, I was able to find a job in construction, and I spent about 17 years in construction until I decided one day to open up a web development company, and now I own and operate a marketing company here in downtown Stockton. So Delta College gave me the skills to obviously to work within construction. I went through their construction technology program and I acquired the skills to work in the construction industry. But it also gave me the desire to pursue lifelong learning. And so throughout my life and my career, I've always was inspired by my teachers at Delta. One of my instructors in the construction technology program was Roger Richardson, and Roger was such a great teacher, not only with construction skills, but he was also a great mentor for me for life skills. And in fact, I still keep in touch with Roger today, and he's coming over to the house here in a couple weeks. He's helping me with some projects that I have around the house, and is just a fantastic, been a mentor my entire life, and just instilled a lot of great qualities.
Hi, I'm Roger Nathaniel, and I attended San Joaquin Delta College from 2018 to 2020. Now I'm a transfer student at Stanford University, where I'm studying political science. One of the staples of San Joaquin Delta College is its student body. The diversity here is absolutely amazing, both socioeconomic and ethnic. It really helps you put into perspective the society that we truly live in. Going outside of Stockton to get these experiences isn't always feasible. Just come to Delta College, where we have a cultural melting pot of every single ethnicity, socioeconomic background, and professional background to achieve one's goals. This is the best place that you can be to truly understand how the world operates. And I firmly believe that, and that is something that I've carried with me since the first moment I stepped onto campus. The faculty here at Delta College are perhaps one of its most important resources, and I cannot thank them enough for where I am here today. If it was not for the political science department here at San Joaquin Delta College and the broader Delta College faculty community, I would not be one of the youngest government officials in the United States. Delta College helped create me to be who I am today. I would like to encourage anybody watching this video here today, if you're seeking higher education, come to Delta College. It is the preeminent institution for community colleges in the state of California, if not the nation. We have a wide variety of resources here. And as an alumni from the class of 2020, I am so proud to have the Mustang banner across my chest.
Hello everybody, my name is Carmen Marie Carr, and I am the first generation to attend college. I went to college back in 2013, 2014, 2015. I was a member also of student body government. I wanted to go to Delta College because I wanted to be the first person in my family and generation to be the first one to go to college. It was a challenge. I thought it would be easy. One of my favorite professors was Mrs. Brogger. She was a really good professor that really taught me very well in editing skills. And also Miss Tara Cullen, she was very, very patient with me. And also Mr. Story. Mr. Story was very good at really working with me, and I loved it. You know, I got really, really busy in college, and I just enjoyed it. It made life better for me. When I ended college, I also stayed with videography. I traveled, and I really enjoyed Delta College. I ended up getting a job with sports photography, which required me to travel. I did marathons, and that also led to just doing church events and also revivals and also church weddings. So I really enjoy doing what I'm doing. It's a passion, and I love it. Just the trees, just nature, period. And I just love it. So Delta College have helped me so much that, you know, I get excited when I tell people about, if you ever want to go to Delta College, the only thing I can tell you is do something that you really love doing.
Thank you, Carmen. I remember you too. I really remember Carmen for her dedication to her education, as well as her enthusiasm to press forward and to find a new pathway.
Thank you, Adriana, and thank you, Carmen, for sharing your Delta experience. There are literally thousands of stories all over our community, just like the stories that you're hearing in this presentation. Just a quick reminder that if you'd like to make a donation, you can use your phone to scan the QR code in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, or simply go to deltacollege.edu/donate now. Large or small, whatever you can give is much appreciated. Even a modest donation may be just what it takes to get one of our students to graduation day. Let's go ahead and get back to the presentation, and we'll see you again soon.
Earlier, we mentioned a major announcement, and it is a major donation from a local developer. We'll have more at the end of this program once the details are sorted out. As a reminder, you can donate online by going to the link below. If you have any questions, please use the chat function and one of our committee members will respond as quickly as possible. Earlier, I mentioned Stockton and Delta's shared diversity. So let's all sit back and enjoy some amazing entertainment. That was a lion dance performed in 2017 Chinese New Year celebration, sponsored by the Chinese Cultural Association of Stockton. That's truly talent, and that's amazing cultural diversity here in our community. Yes, the pandemic has changed our lives, but one thing it has not changed is Delta's commitment to a quality education for all who enroll here. Delta College serves the entire community, not just Stockton. Our feeder schools are the high schools in each of the 7 towns in the county, as well as neighboring counties and communities. Cesar Chavez High School in Stockton is a prime example of a local school that's not only sends students to Delta, but also gets involved in the community. Their mariachi band performed recently at the Mexican Heritage Center in downtown Stockton. Let's enjoy.
Did you know there is a high school at Delta College? There is. Middle College High School. It began in 2000 as part of Lodi Unified School District, and each year their high school students take both college and high school classes on campus, with many graduating with both a high school diploma and AA degrees at the same time. Scotty Hogue was in the first sophomore class at Middle College High School, and now he works on video game and theme park design. He credits Delta College's buffet of classes for allowing him to explore so many interests before he moved on to the University of California, Berkeley.
Hi there, my name is Scott Hogue. I went to Middle College High School from the years 2000 to 2003. Simultaneously, I was attending Delta College. So I went from Delta from the year 2000 up until about 2008. And then I transferred from Delta with my associate's degree in liberal arts to UC Berkeley, where I stayed from 2008 until 2010 and got my bachelor's degree in computer science. Middle College High School and Delta College gave me the opportunity as a young adult to really experiment with all sorts of programs that weren't offered in a typical high school environment. I got to look into things like learning languages that were not available, Japanese. I got to also really explore this sort of technical talent that I had with the ability to start learning programming languages. I was a huge nerd and into video games, and I really wanted to understand how they were made. And to that effect, I started taking computer programming classes at Delta. And that was something that no high school in the area had any program for. There's nothing from Delta College that I haven't used. There's nothing that I took from Delta that I haven't used in some way. Even though I'm in software, like I took electronics at Delta to learn how resistors and voltage and amperage and capacitors and inductors work. And that actually helped me move in from video games into the theme park industry, where I started working with programming hardware. I've worked on several large-scale theme park attractions at 2-Bit Circus in Los Angeles, where because I had a hardware background from Delta, I was able to move from the computer science department to take some of the electrical engineering classes at UC Berkeley, and then use that background to start working with circuits and firmware for theme park attractions. By being at Middle College and thereby at Delta simultaneously, I was able to take a huge swath of different things at a very reduced cost, and allowed me to diversify and try a lot of different things. It allowed me to really get a huge, buffet style of learning.
That was fantastic. Speaking of high schools, many high school students take advantage of the college early start and dual enrollment programs and take college classes while still attending their regular high school. Ben Faubert, principal of Mountain House High School, explains the benefits.
I'm Ben Faubert. I'm the principal at Mountain House High School. Our early college program here at Mountain House High School works really closely with Delta College. We have a satellite campus here in Mountain House, and it gives an opportunity for our students to start taking a look at some of the classes and the competencies that are really required at the college level. Our programs here are complementary to the community college, and it gives students a chance to really take a look at what the level of learning that happens at the school there, and allows them to really explore what their biggest interests are as they move forward in their education, in their life, and in potential careers that they have. We've had students take classes in our early college program and go for associate's degrees or complete their IGETC requirements. That's been really beneficial to students as they move on into college and careers, and sometimes into trade school. Some of our students have really taken a look at some of the trades after going to schools and looking at computer networking, and then also looking into going to college and being able to complete a lot of those requirements that they have before they even go to the college realm. It's been really important to our students as well to see the benefit of community college. The fact that community college can be a more affordable option for their families, that they don't necessarily need to go straight to a 4-year college or university straight out of high school because of the quality of the courses that are offered, because of the ability to really explore their opportunities and their interests before they get into their major areas of research and study as they go to college. We have partnered really well with the local community college, Delta College, and the counselors there have worked closely with our counselors. They're more than willing to work with younger students and give them that opportunity to test out the waters in college and really understand what it means to be a student at the collegiate level.
Hi, my name is Cindy Ta. I'm a junior at Mountain House High School, and I'm currently in the early college program at Delta College. And we're working towards an associate's in science and associate's in arts and humanities. Delta has helped me because it's given me a chance to get used to the college environment and see what it's like to learn in a college class. And it's also, by taking classes at Delta, I've had a chance to take more electives at the high school because I've taken care of the core classes at Delta. Learning at Delta College is a more independent experience than high school, and I feel that will be better preparing me for when I transfer to a 4-year university.
Thank you, Cindy. It's certainly exciting to think about the hundreds of high school students across our region who are also taking Delta College classes and may in some cases earn associate degrees even before they graduate from high school. Just one of the many ways that Delta College is helping to support our community. We hope you're enjoying this presentation and the stories from students and alumni. Just a quick reminder that if you'd like to make a donation, you can use your phone to scan the QR code in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, or simply go to deltacollege.edu/donate now. Large or small, whatever you can give is much appreciated. Again, 60% of our students are struggling to meet their basic needs, and yet they're working so hard to complete their education. Even a modest donation can make a big impact. Thank you for your generosity. Let's go ahead and get back to the presentation, and we'll see you again soon.
For some students, Delta may be the only choice due to cost or a desire to live at home for as long as possible. But as 2001 alumna Carol Dennis advocates, there is much more to be gained by attending a community college.
Hello, I'm Carol Dennis. I went to Delta between the years of 1999 and 2001, and I got several degrees in the humanities before moving on to a 4-year college. I am currently a high school teacher and summer school principal in San Jose, California. I went to Delta College right out of high school because my parents had both gone to Delta College and encouraged me to go. And it was a fantastic choice in retrospect, both because I had the opportunity to have small, personalized classes, unlike many of the first and second year gigantic university courses, and also because at the end of it all, I had actually saved quite a lot of money. Delta also gave me a chance to participate in some fantastic programs. I was a member of the speech and debate team at Delta, which allowed me an opportunity to earn a debate scholarship to a 4-year university. I then went on to coach high school speech and debate, including several national champions. I got a chance to try my hand at Model United Nations, which has allowed me to pick my focus in terms of my degree, and I am now the advisor of our Model UN program at my high school. And I even got to participate in children's theater, which helped me realize that I had a love for education and working with children. As someone who works with high school students now, I recommend choosing a community college right after high school. It gives you a personalized experience while saving some cash and gives you a chance to try out programs you might not have tried in high school and figure out passions that you may not have realized you were interested in. I know it was a great choice for me.
Dr. Omid Porzinjani, president of Delta College, understands the situations many of our students face. At a young age, he faced the daunting task of supporting himself, while at the same time attempting to navigate his way through to him the intricacies of registering and attending community college.
Good evening. My name is Omid Porzanjani, and I am the superintendent president for your Delta College. I've had the pleasure of meeting many of you in person in the last 20 months that I've been here, but it is wonderful that you are here joining us tonight for our first event, virtual event. As many of you know that I've met with, I am not from the Stockton area. I was born in Iran, and my parents brought my brother and I to this country when I was 14. When I was about 15 and a half, my parents decided to go back to Iran, sell everything that they had to come and live in this country, want to fully migrate to this country. And the revolution happened at that time. Some of you may remember that, and they got stuck. They couldn't come out. They couldn't send us money. So I was about 15 and a half. My brother was almost 17. We found jobs. In fact, my first job was at an ice skating rink where I used to drive the Zamboni on ice, among many other things. And so we lived on our own, and I was very proud of myself when I graduated from high school at the age of 16. But I learned very quickly that, first of all, I didn't have any money for college, but also I didn't know anything about the process of higher education. For example, I had missed all the deadlines for applications. Now you might think, how could that be? How could you not know that? But I can tell you that that is exactly what many of our students face. I ended up going to a community college at the time, and I got a career certificate and an AA degree, and that education moved me from a low-income job to a middle-income job and truly changed my life more than any other degree or jobs that I've had ever since. Our students face the same challenges today. That community college education, we have lots of data that can change the students' lives the same way and move them into middle-income jobs. So it's really critical for us to help them through this process. I can relate to them because over 70% of our students today at Delta College don't pay tuition because they can't afford it. So their tuition is waived. 50% of them speak another language at home with their parents or siblings. And about 50% of them are first-generation college students, so they have no one at home helping them through the process of education. So for the past 18 to 20 months, we've done a lot of work at Delta trying to close some of these gaps that are causing equity issues for our students. So we work with the Community Medical Center to set up the first health center on Delta campus in Stockton, and that provides free health and mental health services for our students and their dependent children. We're working with San Joaquin RTD to provide free bus passes for our students, at least for 1 year, to try the model and provide free transportation for them. We're also working with some of you, working with Fritz Gruppe, Bob Gutierrez, and others to look for student housing opportunities for our students. As we think about these needs, there are three areas that we're hoping that as you join us tonight, you can think about. You've been big supporters of us for many years, and you still are, and there's just some areas that I want you to think about tonight of where our students could use help. Certainly textbook costs are one of the major barriers to success. Many of our students don't have textbooks at the beginning of the semester. And that it causes an immediate delay in their success, and then eventually they fall behind their classmates. So overcoming those textbook costs and textbook barriers together is an important one. Certainly the cost of transportation that I talked about in terms of getting them free bus passes. We have worked out how we're going to do that the first year, but I think ongoing we definitely need help in that area. And then the other thing is all the other costs that students have to have, materials and notebooks. So us working together to come up with funding for those kinds of things through scholarships is another very major area that we could certainly use your help. As I said, you've been big supporters of ours so far, and I know that our students truly appreciate the scholarships and the support that they get from you, and that really helps them through the process. So I hope that we can continue to work together, and we could come up with some ideas in our virtual session tonight of the ways we can help our students through textbooks and transportation and scholarships, and help them be successful. Once again, I truly thank you for joining us tonight, and I hope that I get to meet each one of you and see each one of you in person soon. Enjoy yourselves.
Thank you, Dr. Porzanjani. We'd also like to recognize and thank Delta College Board of Trustees who worked diligently with Dr. Porzanjani and the college. Our president of the board and Area 4 trustee, Dr. Charles Jennings, Vice President and Area 3 trustee, Janet Rivera, Clerk of the Board, Area 1 trustee, Jeanette Stebbins, Trustee Dr. Elizabeth Blanchard, Area 7 trustee, Catherine Mathis, Area 6 trustee, Dr. Teresa Brown, Area 5 trustee, Kathleen Garcia, and Student Representative Rudy Adler. We'd also like to invite any and all Delta alumni, whether you attended back in the early days or just graduated, whether you got an AA or just took a few classes, join the Delta Alumni Facebook page.
It's a great place to keep up on news about Delta and more, including special values for members, events, discounts, and networking opportunities.
Additional features in the planning are connect with former classmates and friends, email forwarding from your lifelong Delta email, alumni news, employment and professional development opportunities, and special access to classes, events, and programs.
Thank you everyone for watching and donating. And remember, it's not too late to donate. Just go to the link below. No amount is too small. Every donation is deeply appreciated by the students who benefit from your generosity.
There is no way to express our gratitude on behalf of the Foundation and our students for what you are about to learn. Allow me to read this statement from Mr. Michael Sandu. Remember I told you we had a really big announcement? Well, here it is. And we cannot express our gratitude enough. Mr. Sandu of Sandu Brother Farms wishes to announce he is sponsoring $10,000 a month or $120,000 a year for scholarships up to $1 million. Wow. These funds are to be utilized towards scholarships. Mr. Mike Sandu shares that we as a family would like to assist students achieve their long-term goals. We understand that for a gifted student coming from poor background, accessing higher education can seem nearly impossible. The current pandemic hasn't made things easier for any of us. We feel no one should have their education limited due to lack of household income. With the cost of education rising yearly, we are hoping these scholarships can be of massive help to students pursuing their passion while minimizing their student debts. Mike had to work hard, doing 2 jobs during the day while attending night school to pursue his education due to the lack of funds. Over the years since, he has been blessed, and the family wishes to do what they can to contribute to the Delta community. On behalf of our students, the Delta College Foundation, and our entire community, Mr. Mike Sandu, your family, and all of your staff and your entire team to make this possible, we truly thank you.
Hello, this is Bernice King Tingle, and I'm sorry to interrupt, but we have a special announcement.
And I'm Harman Ratia. The Denver Corporation has just graciously given Foundation $5,000, a very significant contribution.
So on behalf of the Delta College Foundation and the students of Delta College, we thank you for your generosity.
And now, you can donate after tonight's program by going to this link below.
And another way to get there is to go to the Delta College main webpage, deltacollege.edu. There you can search Delta College Foundation to get to the donation page as well. Thank you, everyone. Good night.
And thank you so much for joining us. Adriana?
Thank you again, Mr. Michael Sandhu, for your incredibly generous donation, and indeed thank you to everyone who has contributed. We are just getting started in our efforts to support our students, and we are most grateful for what you have done. Again, should you choose to donate at a later date, please simply visit deltacollege.edu/donate now. If you are a Delta alum, another great way to give back to the college and to stay connected is to join our Alumni Association, and you can find information about that at deltacollege.edu/alumni. Once again, on behalf of the Delta College Foundation Board of Directors, Dr. Porzanjani, and most of all, on behalf of our students, thank you for your generosity now and in the future. Your gifts will enable our students to achieve their dreams. Thank you again.